What's up, family? Joshua Black here, the Urban Black Vegan. Some like to refer to me as the Broccoli Boy Wonder. I've even been called the Plant Protein Power Ranger. There's been a few who have even called me the No Dairy Daredevil. Call me what you like, it all works. All I know is that I'm America's favorite black vegan superhero according to the Black Vegan Superhero Council. Yes, there is a Black Vegan Superhero Council. This is episode number... So on this episode, we're going to start something new. We're going to start this series. This series is going to be the series is called Thinking Outside the Plate. Now, as vegans, plant-based people, we're always thinking about recipes, food, what's actually on our plate, and that's cool because that is a part of it. But see, that's not the only part, and we tend to focus on just that. But veganism and plant-based living should be so much more than that. There's stuff going on outside of the plate. So that's why this series is called Thinking Outside the Plate. We're going to tackle issues, talk about, initiate conversation, maybe get some folks mad, whatever. But we're going to talk about issues pertaining to veganism, issues that touch upon veganism, plant-based living, and we're even hopefully we can inspire a few and maybe even activate your activism. You like that? So that's the goal. So in this first installment of Thinking Outside the Plate, we're going to talk about statues, monuments, and symbols and icons. Okay, so this is how I came up with this. As you know, our country is going through this crazy stuff right now with our president leading the way about these icons, symbols, and statues. I mean, what the boy Robert E. Lee did was just insane. Not only to black people, but to the country in general. And what he represents and stands for is just crazy. Well, let's not get into that because we all know what those issues are about. What I want to talk about is that there are symbols, monuments, whatever you want to call it, icons, imagery that are just as detrimental, that are just as detrimental today, that are kind of like killing communities. It's more specifically killing black communities of color. And these symbols go on without much protest, no one talking about them. These icons, this imagery is just pervasive throughout black communities. And I wanted to get on here and like talk about this. Now see, we're all being distracted, or what I'm saying is don't be distracted. It's easy to be distracted by the shiny object, the things that's shining, the trendy thing, the thing that has most people lit. It's easy to follow those folks, right? But we cannot be distracted. There's stuff that goes on every day without protest. And symbols and icons and imagery that are pervasive in the black community that are just running rampant with no one questioning, no one saying anything. So this whole thing that our country is going through now had just brought to my attention to open my eyes, because I was walking around with my eyes wide shut, to open my eyes to symbols, icons, and imagery right here in my community, which is also probably in your community, because they're all around the world. Icon images such as these. McDonald's, 36,000 plantations. The chick Wendy and her dad Dave, since 1969, they have over 6,500 plantations throughout the world. They've been doing this since 1969. I just want to know what the f is she smiling at? This dude right here, he's been around since 1930. He has over 20,000 plantations. That's crazy. The old dude right here. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. There's no way to compare what Robert E. Lee, the whole slavery thing, what that is compared to like symbols like KFC, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. There's no comparison. That's what you say. But this is how I draw a link. To me, these are plantations. These are the modern day plantations. See, I look at them like this. I think we're appetite slaves. I think we're slaves to our appetite. And I think that McDonald's, Kentucky Fried, all these places have shackles on our appetite. It's not a physical thing where we're actually in shackles and they have us chained to a restaurant. Even though I do believe some people are chained to places like Chick-fil-A, I actually do believe that people, if they could be chained to a Chick-fil-A, they would. But I believe that we're appetite slaves, or a lot of us are appetite slaves, and it's hard for us to break that chain. It's hard for us to leave master. Chick-fil-A and these places have become our master, or at least some of us who can't break the addiction, some of us that can't break that mental chain. What Robert E. Lee did, and it's even this dude here in Philadelphia, Frank Rizzo, who did some crazy things to black people back in the 70s, who was the police commissioner, then went on to be the mayor. I mean, he was beating black people, and they then erected a statue of this Joker downtown in Center City, Philly, at the municipal building. That's crazy, right? See, these places, these are like, how can I say it? Not only that are they causing harm and being detrimental to the community, they're slaughterhouses. Just Google, see how many chickens and animals and cows and how much dairy, how much murder and mayhem they're causing on the animal kingdom itself. And then we pay for it. I don't get it.